So, people, now what I've been looking at or hearing is a lot about people complaining about 2021 and 2022 and how it's going to come about and how negative it's going to be. Now, so what I want to do is talk about a positive spin for you to own your own 2022 and start listening to the negativity of people, mystics, motivational speakers, and people out there telling you about the dark side of 2022 or the dark side of 2021, because we need to look forward in order to make things climb. So let's get into it, and I'll see you after the credits. So welcome back. My name's Jay. I'm from Karnak Holistic, where we learn together and we grow together in the sight of God. So today I want to speak about the development of 2022 and how it's going to look. Now, I just want to say that my face is aching because this side, I went to the dentist today and I got my tooth sorted, but I was just swollen up on this side as well. So not sure what that is. But if I'm like talking weird, that's why. So I really wanted to put this down today and talk about this actual subject, because I've had as we coming up to Christmas, we're coming into the new year, I hear a lot of people start talking about the pandemic from 2020 to 2021 and then 2022 with all this new variant that's going about. So, and how things are. And I want to talk to you about things that are positive, because Karnak, yes, we talk about darker stuff, but this time we want to talk about things as a whole, how things have a better future, and it's down to us to make that future happen. So first of all, I want you to dispel what people say about how dark it's going to be in 2022. Anything that they say about spiritually that's going to shift. Let me tell you, anything spiritual that is appearing on the horizon is going to be for your benefit. We all learn from these things. Well, we don't lose anything, we gain things. It depends how we gain it. Yeah, so when you hear people talking, oh, this mind shift is coming, or this spiritual shift is coming in 2022, or this lunar movement's happening and it's going to affect the energies on this planet and we're all going to be like this. You know what? Okay, fine. It depends. It's scaremongering. Scare bloody mongering, yeah. What you need to do is that you need to turn around and start looking at yourself and about where you're going. You're going along a path, right, and you want to start your own business, for example, and you've got people around you telling you you probably won't be able to do it because, out of 5 businesses, 4 fail and all this. We have millionaires who have businesses and they've had hundreds or thousands of businesses and they failed, but then they made it. What you need to do is focus on what you achieved, the goal that you achieved, yeah? You got to focus on what you want to achieve, not what people are telling you that you're not going to achieve. Because if you start focusing on what you're not going to achieve, you're going to get more of it through the process of law of attraction. Now, what you want to do is start generating your shift in your own mind that is going to make the change possible, and don't let these people hold you back. If I had a pan for every time someone told me about something negative I was going to do, I'll tell you, I would need to work. I'm telling you. But I keep going. People telling me about the channel's going to, we're going to about the channel. Yeah, you'd be good in it, but I don't think, there's so many people doing what you do out there. Yeah, but I'm not doing it for ratings, I'm doing it for education. I want to put my stuff out there because if I help one person, that's good. Like for example, the other day, I got a message from a lovely lady who turned around and told me about a video I done mid last year, that benefited her now, and it helped her in the situation she's in. And she said, so much thank you. You answered my questions about my direction. And I was so you don't know how powerful that is for me. And even if it's just one person out of 1,000, I don't care, because that person I know is going to live a better life, a better version of their life, because probably something that my collective have said, what we've said to help them. But and the other aspect as well, if I didn't listen to that person, you could say they probably would have got it from elsewhere. But no, the way it's generated of that person arriving at see one of the videos, and the same you see in this video now is the same thing that God guided you to watch this video for your own benefit. You know, why didn't you watch someone else's video who may be talking about the same things? What I wanted to just say is, like, if you've got a purpose, yeah, if you've got a purpose and you got goals for next year, the goals for next year should be the same goals for this year. If you've got new stuff that's coming up because you achieved the goal for this year, that's fine. That's all good, you know. But please, please, please don't let people turn around and dictate to you about that you are not going to achieve your goals because, you know, the pandemic's kicking in, the vaccines are out there, COVID's out there, and all this stuff. I know people that I've worked with, right? People that have lost jobs, starting their own businesses, and very well, even better than when they were working. I know people who had their own businesses who gave up the businesses and wanted to go and work for a 9 to 5 because they didn't want the headache. You know, and there is a headache when you run your own business. So therefore, they decided to go and work for themselves. They're happy. Everyone has their own view about what they want to do, as long as they are happy in what they want to do, and as long as it brings in that inner peace and that inner growth. That's what's key above everything else. And that's what you must remember. Your journey is your journey. Not my journey, it's your journey. You may come and see, you may be going along your line or your journey as a line, for example, and then you may come to my little hut that's along that line that you're going down, and I may be sitting out there talking to somebody about something. Yeah, this is hypothetical, by the way. And then you might go, I've been thinking about that. And then you move on. You need to watch the monk that sold his Ferrari, or you need to watch it. You need to read it, or you need to listen to it on Audible. It is so bloody awesome. It is so awesome, and it talks to you about exactly what I'm talking about how. And also the other one is The Alchemist, talks about the same thing about your journey, and knowing that no matter what your journey you're going on, the journey or the answer is always within, which is kind of interesting, because so many people then go to me, you know what, I spent 5 years trying to work this out, and I realised that I've always known this, and I've gone, You'd have just spoke to me 5 years ago, I would have told you the same damn thing. But the point was, you had to go that journey for 5 years to achieve it. Like in the Bible, Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness, wandering with, after they left Egypt, wandering around the mountain, probably say mountain, wandering around the mountain. You know why? Because the people weren't ready. And what God was saying is, all the people that came out of Egypt, the majority, were sinners. And he had to just wait for them to die off, for the people, the pure ones that God was sending through, and keeping Moses there to guide and nurture these new breed to go into the promised land, which is Israel. That's what that process, that story, or that part of the story is about. It's about you being ready. And if you survive your 40 years or your time frame in order to move forward in that actual time, then that's when your divine timing is there. Now, a lot of people say, I had a friend of mine say to me the other day that his divine timing came, but he didn't feel that it was what he wanted. And I go, so how do you know it was your divine timing, not just you thinking it's time to do it? He goes, things came out of the blue. I goes, well, things come out of the blue. Maybe just it's a short-term gain for you to carry on a gauntlet. Like, you got a runner who runs around the track. Spirit will carry the gauntlet for one part of the race and then pass you the baton for you to run the other, but it's always with you. Then when it's time for them to take over, you hand it over to them. You may go through a shift in your life. You may go through a reset time, or a spiritual awakening, or some form of a dark night of the soul, where you are analyzing yourself. But that way, Spirit is taking the baton, the other part of your journey, and then you think, oh, well, I'm left alone. No, they're carrying you. They are carrying you. So positive things for next year is like focus on the changes. If I was to look at this pandemic, for example, and all the stuff that's come out with it, I would say the people have united on a grander scale. You know, people have been more self-aware. I'm not talking about. I'm not even talking about anti-vaxxers and whatever. I'm not talking about all that stuff. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people that have humanly come together to support each other. People dying and people being ill and people being more supportive of them. You know, it's the same when we had bombings in the UK. We had people coming out into the community when they wouldn't normally, because unfortunately sometimes in our own communities we don't even see each other and we don't even bother. But when there's a crisis is when Britain does really, really, really well. We come out and we support each other, black, white, Chinese, Indian, whoever you are. We all come out and we stand together, united, because we love this country. Whether you believe it or not, and whether you diss this country, you do love it because you're still here. You're still here, you know, and it is a beautiful place. Yes, we do get the one or two arseholes that are out there. Yeah, you get that in all places. But by and largely, things are improving for us, you know. So what I want to say, I just want to keep this short, keep it sweet, because I look like a hillbilly. I should know if I can say that word, hillbilly. But anyway, if I offend, I do apologise. But with a baseball cap, it's just that I ain't cut my hair yet, so I don't want to look rough. Yeah, and with me, I'm going through a set of change again as well. You know, and I'm so looking forward to it. I'm off over the Christmas period, so I'm spending time with family. So it's and family and good friends of mine. You know, it's the time, the seasons of giving and loving. You know, so people, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video. God bless and namaste.